A few days ago, MiHoYo released a wave of new information as well as a new trailer for the game's story. Today I wanted to take a deeper look into that trailer and maybe theorize and discuss some of the things that we saw. The game is getting really close to release and I've already started working on my guides for when the game comes out. So if you want to see more Genshin Impact content, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of the action. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to say the channel has been growing like crazy leading into Genshin Impact's release, and to celebrate it, I wanted to do a special giveaway. The PS4 version of the game has a pre-order bundle available on the PlayStation Store that'll give you some awesome stuff to start the game off. This giveaway is only available for PlayStation 4 players, so if you aren't one, then don't worry, I will be doing more giveaways in the future as the channel grows and just kind of throughout the game's life. The giveaway will go until the 20th of September and it's super easy to enter. All you gotta do is click the link down below, enter your PSN and like the region that you're in, and then subscribe to the channel and you'll be added to the giveaway. Anyways, let's get back to the video. I also wanted to start off this video with a spoiler warning, as the trailer does contain some story-related things, and I'll be discussing the first few hours of Genshin Impact's main story. It's all pretty early on stuff, but I obviously don't want to spoil the game for those who want to wait for the game and for it to be a surprise. So if that's you, then this probably isn't the video to watch. One of the first things we see in the trailer is Lumine riding on our Ruined Guardian, which is pretty cool, and as one of you commented, maybe it's actually a hint at us getting rideable mounts in the near future. I think this would be cool, but I personally don't believe that we'll see a mount like this, because judging by the trailer and just how the enemy works in the beta tests, it's very slow moving. I do think we will be getting mounts in the future as the world continues to grow, but I just don't see a Ruined Guard being one of them. Lumine also mentions that Outlanders don't belong in Teyvat, which I believe she just means that Archons and otherworld people shouldn't be able to influence the land of humans, as both her and her brother are able to resonate with the statues of the Seven and control different elemental powers like Anemo and Geo that we see and got to use in the closed beta tests. The next clip is really interesting because we see what appears to be another domain falling apart with deep red colors filling the sky. It's very likely that this is where both Lumine and Aether are from, and it also looks very similar to the area that we see in Genshin Impact's loading screen. Judging by Lumine running by herself through this area, I think this takes place shortly after the two siblings get split up from one another in the character selection screen. I'm also interested to see if we end up playing in this domain at some point in the game's story or the near future. I guess only time will really tell. The trailer flashes between the past, present, and presumably the future, as in the next scene we see Lumine drop to the ground in front of what appears to be Dvalin's lair on fire and crumbling with streams of dark magic used by the woman in the opening scene of the game. Not much is really known about her or what that magic is, but there is some speculation going on other channels about that character actually being tied to Honkai Impact 3rd's game universe. It'd be really cool to see the two game universes collide, and hey, maybe Genshin Impact is actually supposed to be one of those previous Honkai invasions, as in Honkai Impact 3rd, it's actually mentioned in the game that it's set, well, in the 3rd invasion, thus its name. I don't think this is what will happen, but you never know. Maybe that's the big overarching theme of the game, and the game's story will end up actually being, since we don't know too much beyond the prologue with Dvalin and Act 1 of the game with some other characters. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments below, as it is a strange idea, and having a conversation about it would be wicked. I think if we do end up seeing the two universes collide, that it won't be for at least another year or so when all 7 nations are added into the game. One strange line that Lumine says is, "Until the abyss has engulfed the thrones, my destiny will see no end," which is very dark. It sounds very dark. What I think is happening in the story is Lumine has been told some truth about the world of Teyvat, whether it's been twisted or not, and so she is aligned with the goals of the Abyss Order, while Aether works with Paimon and the Knights of Favonius based on their goals and the problems they see within Teyvat. I'm really interested to see some more of Lumine's point of view, but something more interesting is actually the mood shift we see overtake Lumine when her brother is mentioned by the Abyss Mage. We actually see something similar to this happen in the prologue with Venti and Dvalin before the Abyss Mage appears and retakes Dvalin's mind. I'm really curious to see if Lumine is actually under the same kind of control as Dvalin, or if it's something similar, because when her brother is mentioned, the whole mood of the trailer changes. We see a quick flashback to the character opening where one of the siblings is captured, and from there Lumine's facial expression also changes, where in the beginning of the trailer it was very stern and she looked almost angry, while once she becomes concerned with her brother, her face changes completely. Finally, Lumine says at the end of the trailer that her and her brother will meet again at the journey's end once the dust has settled, and then you will understand. This line really makes me think that Lumine has been told something about the world of Teyvat and maybe something bigger going on behind the scenes, but as I mentioned before, she might have been told a twisted truth or even controlled by the Abyss Order to follow their orders and goals. Overall, the trailer was pretty short, but it told us a lot about the game's story and where it might be heading. I guess ultimately I think that Lumine and Aether will collide at some point, and ideologies will be tested between the two. Whether Lumine is under the control of the Abyss Order or not is still unknown, but I think the facial expressions in the trailer can be really revealing. Let me know what you think down below, and if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to subscribe with notifications to stay up to date with the latest Genshin Impact news and thoughts videos. And don't forget, if you're going to be a PlayStation 4 player, to enter my giveaway for the Adventurers Starter Pack, which will be ending September 20th. I left a link down below for you to follow and enter in. All you need to do is put your PlayStation Network name and your PlayStation Network's region. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.